No, we always say as long as your opponent needs 2 frames for victory, there's always room, a bit of a margin of error. Say if a 9-5,
Frame 15.
you have to think
Jamie
the match was
Jones
over.
So he breaks off in his frame, and we always mention, you know, every frame is huge, but if you can get 8-7 instead of 9-6, well, what a difference. Now he's left this red out, but Sean's going to refuse it because he can't get a natural path back to the balk area. But what he's got to do is play a safety better than that.
Yeah, if Jamie can somehow win this frame, then it puts the fear into Sean Murphy of being a seed going out in the first round, because that's the things you start to think about. And his long potting has not been good in this match, but he found one there.
And the interesting thing is when he's had to force it, his long potting's been poor, but that was a beautiful drag shot, which in effect is harder than the stun shots he's been missing, but boy did he hit that well. I think of plenty of players have been playing it differently than that, but that was wonderfully controlled.
Eight. Nine.
Perfectly on the blue. Can more or less put the cue ball wherever he wants here. Tries the 2 reds to the left corner.
And all of a sudden, he looks like he's got his fizz back, doesn't he? A little bit bouncing around the table a bit more and more enthusiastic about
14.
it. Could have done with a touch more there, I think. So he could go the other side for the red above the black in the opposite corner pocket. I think he's come a bit straight.
Yeah, that's, I mean, another inch in the cue ball just makes it so easy. Break building. It's amazing. It's the easiest of shots that sometimes cost you. Okay, still in position, but he's put himself in a tough situation. I think he can just force an angle to stun the cue ball up. In fact, I felt he had to play a cannon.
Well, if he's landed on a plant,
22.
he can count himself very fortunate. Mind you, it's got to be made. It's not. There's a fair old gap between the two of those, and well, under the circumstances, do you want to take this on? Because it's not straightforward. He played the cannon there to move the 2 reds off the top cushion. That was the only shot he thought he had. Decisions. It's what you live and die by. Is this the right shot? It is now.
33.
Much more difficult than an ordinary plant, that one. There was a fair old trip between the 2 reds there. That was well negotiated, and he played it so positively, didn't he?
Very confidently played.
$30.
You just got to decide exactly where they want the cue ball before you get down and play the shot.
$31.
Again, at first glance, that's not good. He's looking at a red there. I don't know where the pink's going to go. Obviously, the pink's going to go in the brown spot, obviously. And he's looking at a red to the right of the bunch, to the right corner, but he wanted to be high on that pink there.
Yeah, I think he's definitely sussed out that's going, isn't it? That red when he pots this pink. So that's what he's played for there. It's funny because those 2 reds that are behind the black spot have been stopping the shot you play off the black, off the top cushion into the red, so they've actually been quite a nuisance in this break.
37.
Need a bit of power in this.
Good shot.
38.
Yeah, well struck, and he's one good positional shot away here from a really big chance. He's going to come in and out of the balk area. Not cannon either the pink or the green. If he goes that way, it's his choice to, but some players prefer to screw these, or some prefer to just sort of drop them in through the balk area. And whatever it is, don't hit one of those colours.
Yeah, I think I'd just be dropping it on a touch of left-hand side, bring the cue ball back down in a straight line. Yeah, something like that. Very well done. That's been excellent from Jamie Jones. Winning that last frame has got him right back on track in this match. You can see it in his face. He believes again.
Yeah, there was no doubt he was wobbling, that's for sure, but all credit to him. He's finding it from somewhere. Imperative when he knocks this in. If he's going up for the blue, make sure you get the right side of it. That's better. Good shot.
52.
Yeah, it's got the complete opposite cue action to Sean Murphy's opponent. Very short, stabby cue action rather than long, smooth. Took a risk there. You had to get into the bunch. You had to get into the meat of the bunch there.
57.
But if he's going to play that team, he's got to play harder, surely. I mean, the three reds are nearly stuck to each other. You've got to play that with a bit more pace. You can't just be flicking those. You had to hit the cluster of three. The other red would have stopped the cue ball moving. That was a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, the cardinal error was make sure you contact the three reds together, not the loose red.
Jamie Jones, 57.
And not a good safety shot. He's left Sean Murphy a trademark long red.
Yeah, excellent break, all the same at 57, but really once you've lost position, your priority is then get that cue ball glued to the bottom cushion. Don't leave Sean Murphy this one. Mind you, he's been frozen out for a little while. How's he feeling? Pretty good. Here's Martinson. What a shot. Took a chance on trying to develop that red. He has promoted it slightly. You wouldn't expect him to miss this, but
9.
He's now got those problematic two reds that have been stuck there for most of this frame behind the black spot, and that brown. It's glued to the ball cushion, so far from straightforward for a clearance. First priority, get yourself back in the frame, score some points.
16.
Take it from there.
17. 24.
He's got a chance now to finish high on the black, play a cannon into those two reds. It's nicely on this red to the right corner to do that.
Which way would you prefer to hear? Are you playing a bucket load of topspin off the black?
Yeah, I think if you leave yourself a half ball black into the left corner, you don't have to play it too hard. I think the minute you have to put pace into it, you can miss the cannon. Well, he's obviously not going to play the cannon. Surprises me, that shot, really does. He was perfect on that red. He could have put the cue ball wherever he wanted. Let's see if he gets a good angle again.
So he's decided that he's going to go into the two reds from this side.
I was just going to say that, John. I think it's better to go into them from the right-hand side as we look at it.
Yeah, that's why I was sort of asking you the question, which way would you prefer to play it? And he's decided to go the other way, so let's see if it works out.
Cheers. 33.
So now, all about the cannon in this frame. There's a couple of ways you can play it. You can try and flick the left-hand red away. You can try and get in, hit both reds at the same time. I think he missed a trick, not playing for the cannon in the previous red. I always thought this sort of shot was going to be so much easier from the right-hand side of the table.
Yeah, the thing is, playing it from the other side, we mentioned, you're going to the second red's going to promote the first red, which is usually for a better outcome. But anyway, it's gone now, so good safety required.
Well, the bonus for Sean Murphy is he's right back in a frame, as we'll see him play another careless safety shot.
Sean Murphy, 40.
He's right back in a frame he shouldn't have been.
Every time he's played a safety shot in the Bourke area, the ball coil's been the size of a football today. He's hit everyone full ball. Well, this is a very tough shot to get safe. Good cueing required, good way to cue ball. Yeah, it was a real tough shot that. Sometimes it's not prudent to take the cue ball any further because you knock the red towards the corner, so it wasn't a terrible shot that, it was tough. Good pot under the circumstances, but I'm not too sure where he's finished. It's any good to him. I think he's hampered for potting the yellow over the green. I don't see anything wrong with tucking him in behind the green, to be honest with you. You've got 18-point lead. Just tuck him in behind it. You pot the yellow, there's no value. You can't get down the table off it.
Yeah, it's another case of trying to outthink yourself, play the absolute perfect shot. When you say, just tuck him up.
He decides to play the brown, which is as good as anything.
Jamie Jones, 1.
Or is it? Might have been tempted to leave the brown there, actually, with the lead you've got. Anyway, that's his decision. Same thing, he's got a snooker, but I would have thought behind the green would have been tougher to hit. Well, it doesn't matter whether you hit the snooker or not, it's what you leave. And he's left him an absolutely lovely chance.
If he's playing for the black, he needs the perfect angle That is just pressure. Purely pressure. Shaun Murphy will feel very nice after that. It's always nice to see your opponent miss the pressure balls, isn't it?
Well, I'm a bit stunned he missed it, to be honest with you. I didn't think it was that difficult. I expected him to pot it. Oh. Now, is it the gap, or have you been lucky? No, it's the gap. So, pressure for both players here.
One.
Doesn't need the awkward brown, so you would think.
Yeah, needed a little bit of check side on that one. Wasn't straightforward. If he'd have just played that plain ball, he could have come off close to the green. So,
4.
little trace aside just to make sure the cue ball went down.
So it looks like another frame for Jamie Jones. The pressure will be mounting on Shaun Murphy. How is he going to react? Is he going to find a gear again?
Nine.
Yep, and stick him in a snooker as well. That'll help.
Jamie Jones 9.
So 27 ahead, 22 on the table. So Jamie Jones should have taken that frame for 8-7. He'll do well to hit this with it being out in the open. Yeah, it's easy enough to go round the back of this.
Foul. Jamie Jones 4.
So, 31 the lead. All over it in this frame, really. Just knock this brown in, it definitely will be. Good pot.
4.
So this is a great response from Jamie Jones. Looking in trouble. He's found it from somewhere. And he had a chance near the end on the last red, which he didn't take. And then Shaun Murphy missed a long red, which he hasn't been doing all day. So he's feeling the pressure, as you'd imagine in the first round of the championship.
15 on the frame, Jamie Jones.
Well done, Jamie Jones. Break of 57 at the start of that, and it was evident flowing in the rest of the frame. But Shaun Murphy didn't knock the last red in, and now he's in a match all right. It's 8-7.